What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Westy from A Connection TV here on YouTube and West the Critic on YouTube, the two places on the World Wide Web where we actually give you a real honest review on cinema, okay? If this is your first time seeing me, follow me on my social media, Instagram and Twitter, West the Critic and A Connection TV, and also subscribe on my YouTubes and like this video as well. So, I'm a reviewer, not a reporter, okay? I give my honest opinion on cinema, things that we both are able to see, and I don't really look up a lot of the reports and stuff like that, and I don't really know a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, but I'm just a regular person giving you a regular review. All right, so subscribe to the page and let's get into it. How my format goes when I review a film, I talk about the actors, I talk about the script, I give the film a rating, and then I get into the review. If you, after I give my rating, still want to hear my review, it is up to you because I will be talking about some spoilery type situations. But yeah, let's start with the actors. All right, we have Kathryn Newton, who is playing Cassandra Lang. She was all right. I mean, I wasn't like, oh my God, she's a fantastic actress, but she was all right. For me, what made her just all right was the fact that I felt like she was too grown playing this like childish kind of looking character. I don't even know how old she is in real life, but I don't know. I just got like, she just visually looked like she was so old and she was playing this like character, and the character that she was playing that was supposed to be childlike and rebellious, it just didn't come off as authentic to me. Yeah. Jonathan Major, I'm gonna save him for last. Evangeline Lilly, I thought she was cool. I had no problems with her. Tony McCarthy, whoever he was. Bill Murray is Bill Murray. Michelle Pfeiffer, I liked Michelle Pfeiffer. I thought she was dope. There were moments where I felt like she was supposed to be saying something and she wasn't saying something. The camera just like was staring at her face and she had like this blank look. And I'm like, is there like dialogue missing? Where because it just seemed awkward that the camera was placed on her and she was just standing there like, I don't know, it's just weird. But Michelle Pfeiffer is dope. I don't recall seeing Samuel L. Jackson in this. I don't even know why Samuel L. Jackson is listed as a castmate, but he's not in the film. But anyways, we got Michael Douglas as Hank Pym. I thought he was really, really great, actually. I liked him. I had no problems with him. Everybody else is everybody else. I want to talk about Jonathan Majors for a second. Wow. Jonathan Majors was not handed much in this film, in this script, but he moved mountains with the character. And what I mean by that is I felt like us getting to know him, I felt like that wasn't like, it wasn't etched out well enough for me to care about getting to know him. And then it's not until the ending where you're like, oh, that's why they treated him like this in the movie. But I don't know, it just felt like, oh, that's Kang, or one of them, and oh, he's in this movie. It didn't feel like, oh, dun 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 dun, this is the Kang that we need to worry about. But no matter what, like Jonathan Majors is the movie. Stacking it up with the actors, Jonathan Majors is the movie. Then Paul Rudd, right? Paul Rudd does a phenomenal job as well, right? Then, to be honest, Michael Douglas, then Michelle Pfeiffer, then Evangeline Lilly, and then the Kathryn Newton girl, right? Moving on to the script. The script was way too busy, and I feel like they were pulling things out of their butt cheeks just because they have all of these characters to play with, all of this power now. And they're like, yeah, we're going to do what Thor Ragnarok did in their movie because it was a hit and people liked, the funny Thor. Let's go ahead and go with the comedy escapade on this script and like just throw stuff in the air and just see what sticks. And then Kevin Feige's like, yeah, let's do it. And then that's what we got. That's what I feel like Quantumania was. I feel like it was just, Peyton Reed had an idea with Fantastic Four. Kevin Feige said no. So then he wanted to incorporate his themes and or ideas that he had for Fantastic Four and bring it to the Ant-Man. I guess. I don't know. But it just didn't, it felt like, it really felt like this movie was way too big to be the first of many in the phase of 5. And I just felt like there's a lot going on here. There's just a lot. Like, we just left outer space. Why are we back in outer space? Like, aren't we about to get with the Guardians of the Galaxy, that crap? Like, why do we have another space film? I don't know. And they're not even in space. They're in the quantum realm. I was over it. Like that, like, I felt all of that from the script. There was just a lot missing for me. All right, the rating I give this film. I give this film a 6.9. That's what I give this film. Okay? I give this film a 6.9. And so, just so you have an understanding of my ratings, this is how I rate the films, okay? 8 and 9, no, 10 is perfection. 8 and 9, go see it in the movie theaters right now, right? Go see it in the movie theaters right now. It's really, really good, right? A 7 is a good, solid film, okay? It's a good, solid film. A 6, you can watch it in the theaters if you want. But, I mean, you can watch it at home too, right? 5 and 4 are watch it at home. Don't waste your money in the theaters, right? And then 1 through 3 is trash. Don't even waste your time. So I'm giving it like a 6.9 because it's like on the cusp of being good and solid. Like, it's there, but it's just there. And just so you guys have an understanding of the kind of superhero action films that I like, my top 3 MCU films, Captain America: The Winter Soldier is number 1. Infinity War and Endgame are like tied at number 2, even though that's kind of like cheating, but it is. And then Shang-Chi is number 3. Those are my top 3/4 movies of the MCU. Okay, so those are the kinds of films that I like, right? And so if you liked Guardians of the Galaxy, you will like this film. Okay, if you don't like, matter of fact, if you like Thor Ragnarok and Guardians of the Galaxy, you will like this film, okay? I didn't like neither of those films, Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor Ragnarok, but I liked Quantumania better than those, okay? And I know that's an unpopular opinion, but I'm sorry, I don't need my superhero films to be flat out comedy. I don't need it to be Saturday Night Live themed, okay? That's not what I'm looking for when I go to, but I also don't want it to be the cemetery like the DC. Like, give me Shang-Chi all day long. You know what I'm saying? It had a splash of comedy here, but there was some sincere moments and some action-packed moments, and like, I felt things watching that movie. You know? Infinity War, Endgame, you know? Anyways, that's me. I'm about to talk about this film. I'm not about to go OD on it. But at the end of the day, I think people are really saying that this film is horrible, and it's not horrible. It's okay. Like, it's okay. It's on the cusp. I think you should still go see it in the theaters. You know what I'm saying? I think you should. I think you should still go. I think you should still go see it in the theaters. I'm not saying, I know it's like in between, but I think you should see it in the theaters. I saw this movie in the hood theater where the curtain was like midway down, and I was watching it in 3D, and I still thought that it was a decent film. What? I know, right? Crazy. But anyways, let's talk about this. And there's really not a lot to talk about, so I really won't spoil too much about it, because there's really not a lot to talk about. I feel like the beginning of this movie was alright. You know, him walking around, hitting people's hands, and hey, I'm Ant-Man, and people call me Spider-Man, and whatever. Like, who cares? Like, I don't care about all that stuff, right? The fact that, you know, this girl, Cassandra Lang, could build a device in her garage that could send a signal to the quantum realm. I don't know. That's just beyond me. I don't see how that works. I feel like they've created like all of these mini Starks in the MCU to just be able to build something out their butt cheeks, and it works. From like trash can tops and scotch paper, like scotch tape. Like what? You know, they build this thing, they're sucked into the quantum realm. I thought that whole thing was like, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. What are you doing? Turn it off. I thought that was corny. That was just corny for me, right? But they get sucked in there. They get split up. I thought the special effects were stellar. I love the special effects. I know they do it in front of this TV screen, but I love the special effects. It was really, 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 really good. I felt like they were in the world. I felt like all the actors responded to the things that were not there the way that they needed to respond to the things that were not there. I was here for it. But the main issue, one of the main issues for me was that Michelle Pfeiffer was holding this secret because it was so like damaging to the world and blah, 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 which in reality, I felt like if she would have said her piece from the beginning, it would have been better. It would have been more realistic. I mean, she wasn't hiding anything. Like, I don't understand why it was made to make you feel like she was a bad person because she was like what she was hiding was dumb. Like, it made no sense. Throughout the whole movie, she's sitting there, they're asking her, well, what happened? What happened? I just want to protect you. I just want to protect. Like, what? Y'all are in the quantum realm. Kang already knows that y'all are here. Like, I couldn't understand why she felt like she needed to hide the whole freaking ass film, and she's hiding until Bill Murray comes off, and he's this flamboyant, like, extraordinary character, and then all of a sudden, he's the one that reveals what Michelle Pfeiffer was hiding. I just felt that that was dumb. I felt that that made no sense whatsoever, right? And the family dynamic was cool. I thought it was interesting. I don't know. I don't see Evangeline Lilly and Paul Rudd together. I just don't see them. They're not believable as a couple to me. They're never having sex. They're never kissing. They're never like in the bedroom. They're never holding hands. They're never any of that. I felt a connection between Chadwick Boseman and not Denai Guerrero, but Lupita Nyong'o, like those two. I felt a great connection between Captain America and Black Widow. I felt a better connection between the Hulk and Black Widow versus Evangeline Lilly and Paul Rudd. I don't believe that they like each other. I do love some of the characters that they developed in the Quantumania. Honestly, I felt like there shouldn't have been like humans in the quantum realm. I don't know why. I feel like humans could be anywhere probably. I feel like, I'm not going to say we're the only humans in the universe, but I don't know. Seeing humans in the quantum realm just really, really made it more so like Guardians of the Galaxy. And that's aggravating to me. I wanted to see majority of the people, like the living buildings, the living pistol person. I thought that was a nice race. I thought the guy that could disappear the arm and bring stuff through him and pull it out, I thought that was a great race. I thought the little slimy thing that was having people drinking stuff for the language, why was he the only soul one of them? Why couldn't he be like a colony of them? Like, that was dope. I thought that was great. I would have loved to see those. You know what I'm saying? Like, drink our ooze, you know? But we didn't get that. It was made to look like Star Wars. It was made to look like Star Trek. And we're in the quantum realm. A universe within universes within universes. That's out of space and time. Like, I don't know. That was annoying to me. Like, seeing that was dumb. But from the beginning to the middle, getting closer to the end, I'm feeling like this is an okay film. I'm more entertained by this than Thor Ragnarok and Guardians of the Galaxy. Because I see some sincerity and I see some comedy. But when MODOK comes out, I'm like, y'all got to be kidding. I know daggone well, y'all ain't got all this money. And y'all create MODOK. First of all, MODOK has nothing to do with any of these people that, you know, and that's what I was saying earlier, like they just were like, they got all this power now, so they're going to grab this character and throw them in this and just make it whatever for the fans. Whoever designed MODOK needs to be terminated. What are we talking about here? That was horrendous. His comedy was horrendous. The girl, Cassie Lane, calling him a dickhead, that was not funny. And the way that he died was not funny. I don't know, it was just, none of it was funny. It was like he was made to be the gag, but I didn't gag at it. I was just like, oh, he looks horrible. He looks atrocious. He looks dumb. And then Ant-Man defending Kang. Huh? I mean, they made it look really practical and like it made sense how it happened. But I don't know. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it at all. That he would be Kang the Conqueror and lose to Ant-Man. Other than that, I mean, 6.9. I don't know. It gets a 6.9 for me. I mean, you know, it got a Rotten Tomato in the 50s. Oh my God. Like, I don't know where it's sitting now. Let's check. It's sitting at 51% in Rotten Tomatoes, 50% Metacritic, and 6.6 at IMDb. Hey, that's 6.6 out of a 10. I gave it a 6.9 out of a 10. You can see it in the theaters. That's cool. I mean, you can also catch it at home if you want, but it's not like a horrible film. It's just a filler. I feel like that's what it is. Quantumania is a filler. It really is. It's a filler. And you know, everybody's going all back crap crazy because there's 2 post-credit scenes, one in the mid-credit scene and one final credit scene. Everybody's in love with the Loki show. I guess I'm the only one that's not in love with that show. That show, I don't know. But we're not going to see a change in any of these films this year. We're not. Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be another crap-ass comedy film. The Marvels has a musical in it, so I'm not feeling too grateful about that. And so the rest of these years, like the movies are already done these years. I don't think we're going to get anything like concrete or changing until 24, 25, 26, 27, really. Mainly 25, 26, 27, honestly. But anyways, it's not a horrible film. It's just alright. It's alright. It's a filler until we get to the serious stuff. And that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the serious stuff. Anyways, leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought. If you love the film, leave that 1. If you don't like the film, leave that 2. Deuces.